Hi everyone, welcome to the sort of second part of this series. This part we've completed, all the videos have gone out quite a while ago, but I left this page a little while thinking maybe we want a little bit of a break. I do find as a series goes on, the views get less, so I think people get bored. So I thought I would leave it, do a few other things, and then come back to this page, which we're going to start today. I am going to use the Staedtler Design Journey pencils. Let's move it more into the centre. I'm going to start here. Yeah, I'm going to use the Staedtler Design Journey pencils again. We use those for the other page. I just feel that it's... Oops, I've moved it too far across, haven't I? I do feel that it's nice to have a bit of consistency. I'm coming in as close as I can, I think. Between the two pages. I did have someone ask me if I could use a different pencil. What was it they asked for? I can't remember, but I want to use the same one. So Staedtler Design Journey, I'm going to start with 579. We're going to do these little leaves here. We're not going to do the whole leaf with this though, just going to do the base like this, and then just fade it a little bit, roughly halfway. Well, that's much more than halfway, but never mind. My plan was halfway, but it'll do what it wants to do. There we go. So I wanted to keep the same pencils just because for me it just feels right to use. It's like a double page, so I feel like we should use the same ones. There's no logic. I'm sure you understand, colourists, we all have our own little things. You know, we sort of quirks, I suppose, maybe is the right word, without meaning to be rude, as to how we like to do things. I just feel like I want to keep the colours the same. Oops, I'm now dropping my next pencil. This is 57. Now these videos, like the last series, I'm going to go right over that and see how it looks. It might not be dark enough in the bottom now. This series is going to be made up of 20-minute videos, just like I did for the other side. I think it's quite a nice length for a morning video. Maybe you're watching it just before work, or you know, anytime really, just, and also because I have another video as well. There's quite a lot to watch, so I'm going to add a little bit more of that darker colour. I'm going to sharpen it actually, because when you sharpen you can get a bit of a darker colour. There we go. So back to our 579 and just putting a little bit more down at the bottom. See if you can see what I'm doing. It's hard to stay in the lines when they're so little. Don't get too paranoid about it. Did I even do that one? Some of these, they're so pale. It's coming along now. There we go. Now we have some water droplets here. I think those are as well, and up here and around here and here. There are some more later as well, but I think I just do these, the ones that are in camera shot. I can move across a little bit now, and then the others when we come across them. They don't have to be exactly the same colour anyway. I think I probably will. This is number 35 that I'm going to use. I'm trying to look and see what I did on my last one. Did I leave any white? I didn't. We didn't have water droplets. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to do quite a hard layer around the edge and then just a bit less in the middle. My desk is creaking away. How are we doing for time? Oh, that's good. I just didn't look at the time before I started recording. I was just wondering how close to lunchtime it was. I actually had a snack this morning, so my stomach isn't telling me how close to lunchtime it is because I've eaten something. So I'm trying to make a little bit less colour in the centre area. Yeah, we popped out. I had some, I'd had a bit of a sort out of some of my clothes and one of my son's clothes. I haven't sorted out the other ones yet. And I had quite a lot to go in the recycling. Pairs of jeans of mine that I just don't think I'll fit into. I got to a really low weight at one point, and I had some really small clothes, but I wasn't eating very healthily at that time, and I would rather have a few more calories and just eat more, because I was doing things like, rather than eating a fruit, I would have a chocolate bar, you know. And we're gonna do this. I could do these two seaweeds the same colour, but I think I'll make them different because it's quite nice having a sort of colourful look. Ooh. That was I don't know if you heard that little clatter. That was a Prismacolor jumping out of my pencil holder. This is 722, and I'm going to colour this one with this. Anyway, yes, so I had a sort out. So yes, rather than eating, say, a piece of fruit, I would have a low-calorie chocolate bar. Or rather than having some veggies with my meal, I would have a packet of crisps for a snack instead. And it really was not healthy, so now I don't do that. I actually don't worry about calories and calorie counting. I just eat healthily. This is 260, and I am a healthy weight still for my height, according to the sort of BMI charts. I feel like I am as well, but I try to only eat 3 meals a day, no snacking, but I do, as I say, today I snacked, I was hungry. I listen to my body more. I don't have very much junk food, a little bit, but not, you know, keeping it to the lowest amount that I sort of can practically. It's hard at times, but I've got into the system of it now, so it is much easier. So you can see that I'm just trying to make it a little bit darker around the edge of our little piece of seaweed. Now you could do this one the same, but as I say, I think I will do it slightly differently, maybe in the same sort of colour-ish. So this one's a sort of orangey reds, so maybe let's go for a sort of, sorry, I'm just wiping my nose. Maybe we'll go for a bit of an orange and then put a bit of a red on, so that it's similar-ish but not exactly the same. Just going to sharpen my orange. It's number 4 if you want to get yourself prepared. And also on my son, it's number 4, some of his clothes were getting a bit holey and worn, some of his, so we took those as well. Just ordered him some, actually both boys, a few new clothes. So it's expensive, but we found they don't need them often, and because they're boys, they don't care about clothes. They wouldn't care if they were wearing, well, my one boy wouldn't care if he was wearing dirty rags, to be honest. The other one cares a bit more, but he still, you know, isn't that bothered. They like particular colours and plain, and they want happy wearing the same thing every single day. This is 24, and I'm going to do the sort of outline like I did with this one. So it saves us a lot of money. You know, I know a lot of girls want 1,000,001 different shoes, outfits, etc. And my boys have got, one's got 1 pair of shoes only, a sort of like an ankle boot trainery type thing. Oh, they both got a pair of walking boots. We had to buy them for some reason. I can't remember. Oh, one needed them for his geology and field trips and things, and walking boots. But we thought it was good for both of them. Their feet stop growing. So if it's really snowy or torrential rain, they've got something nice to wear, which is, you know, safe, really. Now we have 3 fish. Now I'm having a look. I've done all my fish in different colours, so I'm going to do the same thing with these three. So they're not going to be the same colour as each other. So I'm going to start with a pink fish, I think, why not? So R61 is going to be my start for this one. How should we do him? Let's do a little bit of darker colour here and then fade it up like that, and do the same on the tail, make it a bit darker like that. And what I'll do is I'll colour the others with the same technique but in a different colour. Now I don't want to do actually pink. I'm going to do this salmon 222, the top part of him. So I'm going to go over this 61 so that it blends. Can you see they blend quite nicely, these pencils, despite being a budget brand. Look, you can get them to blend. I need to sharpen it to get into that tail area. I'm a bit freaked out by the fact that the fish doesn't have an eye. I'm just going to pretend that it does. Where's its eye? Where's its eye, Johanna? Where have we put it? What should we do next? We can do let's do this. Start with a dark blue. This is 36. I think this is the sort of indigo-y colour. So again, a dark area and then just less layers to make it slightly lighter as we go up like that. And then the same on the tail but a little bit darker. It's hard to not make it really dark with this colour like that. And then rather than going for a blue, I'm going to use the lavender 62 for the second colour, because there we've gone from pink to salmon. I'm going to go from and just trying something a little bit different. I'm hoping it's going to work. So anyway, back to my story. We took the clothing to be recycled. So that's nice. My husband gets really touchy about things being recycled or given to charity or thrown away. He just he can't cope with it really. But these aren't his things, so you know, that's just how it is. He's just got to try and find a way to manage. This is 27. I'm not sure where I'm going with this one. I'm going to look at the colour and then decide. But he's okay as long as it's stuff that's nothing to do with him, you know. But anyway, my son wants to tidy out his bedroom so that he can buy a desk to put up there and sit up there and do things. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm wondering whether to go to an orange. Let's go to this 42. Yes, so he can record videos and things without having to worry about the noise that's going on. And he's just starting to play on a new Minecraft server that's just starting out, which he's really excited about, and he wants to be able to, oh, I like that. He wants to be able to do that without being disturbed, so that's okay. I feel really sad in a way. This one here we're going to do next. I think I'll put a base colour down and then think about what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to use that colour that I just grabbed. I've just changed my mind almost right away. I'm going to use 17 to start with. That, you know, he's going to, because his computer has always been in the sort of dining room area, so I can sort of keep an eye on him, because obviously he had it at quite a young age. Well, not this current computer, but you know, I wanted to make sure that they keep an eye on what they were doing. But now he's 18, you know, it's got nothing to do with me anymore. He's an adult, he can do what he wants, and I know he's fine. I trust him anyway. Don't keep an eye on what he's doing anymore. So he wants to use his money well, he said he's hoping that he'll get some money for his birthday. That's what he would like, rather than a present that he can put towards a desk. This is 16 and some other bits and pieces, so that he can sort of be up there more. But he said what he's going to do is he'll be doing his uni work on his laptop at his desk downstairs, and things like that. So it's only be when he's actually playing that he'll be in his room. And I was sad. I was thinking I'm not going to see him, but actually when he's playing, he doesn't talk to me anyway. He's involved. But I thought, well, I'm going to have to get used to this, aren't I? My boys are going to leave home eventually and I won't see them at all. So, but he does always join us for meals. We eat at the same time, not for breakfast so much, but we eat at the same time for lunch and our evening meals. We see each other then, and he comes out for walks with me and things like that. So, and if he's going to be doing his uni work at his desk, then I will see him then. There we go. Now we've got these grassy bits. We might do those as our last thing. Now on the other page we've always done them in green, and I feel like I want to do that again. I know it's a bit boring, but that's me. So I'm going to use 38. This is our sort of sea green, and let's come into the middle. I will zoom out at the end so you can see it all together. I need to sharpen a teeny tiny, aren't they? Right, here we go. 38, you knew it was that anyway, sorry. So a little bit at the base, and then try and fade it off. It's really tricky in this tiny little space, but I'm going to do the best I can. Here we can go a little bit further up and sort of gently fade it up to there. This one, I'm not really thinking about whether it's halfway along or whatever. I want to go beyond here. If they cross and you stop the colour here and then start the new one here, it looks a little bit weird, I always think. As if this is some sort of barrier when it isn't. See, this one I'm going to fade before we get to there. I'm probably just being ultra fussy. But I've done it before and I didn't like it, so I'm just changing it a little bit. Now my next colour for the tips, what should we do? What should we mix it with? I'm being very indecisive today. I think this colour, I'm going to give it a sharpen. It's number 550 if you want to have a look for it. Here we go. Number 550. And I'm going to go over the whole lot. And if it sort of doesn't work, I might go back to the original colour again and put a bit more down. It seems to be working okay. I'm putting down a fair bit here, and then I shall just try and fade it off a little bit here. So put a bit more here. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Oh, sorry. But he booked his driving theory test yesterday, but not until September. But I said we'd better book it because there were little clusters of sessions. It's almost as if they're only open on certain days. But I said let's get it booked, and then you've got something to sort of aim for. You've got a date and it's sort of done. So he's done that, so that's good. His brother can't do it, but that's okay. Right, I'm just trying to straighten it up for a little photo. There we go, before I finish. It's just in shot, isn't it? So there is our first little bit. I'm going to come out so you can see the whole page. You can see how little we've done. Wow, really only a tiny little bit. But I don't know if this side is more got more on than this side. I think it might do, so it might be a bit of a, although quite a lot of it is thin tendrils, so we'll see. It might take longer, it might not, but we'll see. But for today, that is me. I hope that was okay. I'm looking forward to getting on and doing the rest. I have really enjoyed the other page, so I'm looking forward to this one. So thank you so much for watching. Please do comment, like, subscribe. It makes such a difference to the channel, and I know on the first video of a series more of you watch, so if you could do that, that's fantastic. Even if you unlike, not like, that makes a difference too. Any interaction at all, or if you comment and just put an emoji like a face or something, anything, you know, it doesn't matter, or a hello. Anything at all, it does make a difference. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really super day, and happy colouring.